Welcome to lovely Kerry.
Thank you so much. We're down here in Ballymac Elliott this morning, and you have a huge turnout despite the weather.
We're amazed, because we weren't expecting a crowd like this, but we always seem to get great support. I must thank each and everyone that has arrived here. They're from all over Kerry, Cork, Limerick, maybe even further for all I know, but it's unbelievable, the turnout. I'd say it's up there with one of our biggest, and not alone that, but during the week we had a good few people that registered that couldn't be with us on the day. That always happens here with Ballymac. They give us a donation and we drum in the same as the rest of the people that register here, so we can't complain, and it's a great cause.
So you're thrilled with the turnout this morning?
Thrilled, yeah, and it's collecting a few bob for a good cause. Today is the funds are going to the trip to Lourdes that they organise, and Nora Faley looked after that, and they did the home cooking and everything inside, so they made it a little easier for us.
Yeah, fantastic. And there's so much on this weekend as well, so it's great.
There's so much on, and yesterday we did a bit of a thing for a collection for Elon beyond Cashel Island. Thank Sean for that. Everything went well, but everything is fine.
Brilliant. And there's a huge variety of cars here this morning.
Yeah, massive variety of cars, lots of stuff that we haven't seen before, lots of lovely light commercials as well, which are new. So yeah, great variety of cars, yeah.
Brilliant. And I know you're heavily involved in all the organising with George and the team.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I look after the PRO duties of the club. So yeah, we try and do our bit and try and promote it as much as we can and get as much money as we can for the charities. It's very hard for these charities and these organisations to raise funds, so we're delighted to do our bit and get them as much as we can for these vital local services as well.
Yeah, well done, well done. And what's next? What's next on the pipeline for you?
We'll have one in September. It'll be up on the website shortly now. That'll be another local event, and then the last event of the year will be our lights run just before Christmas that Mary organises. So we have 2 events to go all the time.
Sounds lovely, and I suppose we spoke already before, George, and you told me how well you're all around here to support each other, so I'm sure you'll be out and about with other vintage clubs.
Yeah, we will. We support all the local, and we have a great relationship with the Blackwater. I was actually over there last Sunday, just before the match. We didn't get the right result in the match, but look, sure, fair play to Mayo. Well done to Mayo, that's all we can say.
Well, I watched the match here in Killarney, and I must say I don't think anyone was disappointed for Mayo. I think they were happy enough to give it to them this year.
Yeah, it's just to tell the people of Mayo, Sam is on loan. He'll be coming back.
So you will be back next year. Yeah. Very good. Listen, enjoy your trip out. Where are you heading from here?
We're heading to Brosna and on to Knocknagoshel. We finish in Knocknagoshel. Knocknagoshel Daycare Centre, where there's food to be purchased there at a very reasonable price. We have done this now for the last number of years, and it's worked out very successful for us.
Okay, and how many kilometres is that in total?
Oh, that's a good question. It's about
30 miles.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So you'll have a nice spin out.
Yeah, it's nice.
And please God, the sun will come out by the time.
Hopefully the rain will rain itself off a small bit by the time we leave. Yeah.
God, But come here, congratulations, well
Thanks
done.
again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for all your help and coming here and supporting us.
You're very welcome. We're delighted to do it for you. Well done. joining me here is Paddy Hannafin from Tralee. And Paddy, good morning, how are you?
Good morning, how are you? Well, it's not a good morning, it's a very wet morning, but sure, what can we do?
Unfortunately, it's not ideal this morning, but sure, look, we'll make the most of it, sure we will.
Yes, it's an excuse to get us out and about.
Absolutely, out and about, fair play. So this little vehicle, I can't say it's a little, but this is causing huge attention here this morning.
There's massive interest in it. Very unique in Ireland. I'm not sure, but I think it might be the only camper van, Bedford CA camper van in the country,
right,
that I know of anyway. Yeah. I've been 9 or 10 years looking for one of these. The history is when I was 9 years of age, my dad taught me how to drive in one of those.
Right.
Now, it was just a van, but it was the same colour, so when it came up for sale, I jumped at it straight away. And I was on the plane over to the UK to a place called Seaford, down near Eastbourne, way down south. The minute I saw it, bought the van and drove 500 miles to Pembroke. Didn't miss a beat. The van drove absolutely fantastic. Slept in the van overnight and got the ferry the following morning. It is actually, it's actually, even though it's a small looking van, it's actually a 4-berth. You have either 2 single beds in the bottom, or they push together and make a double bed.
Right.
There's an elevating roof and there's 2 hammocks on the top for kids. So I'm delighted with the van.
Yeah, it looks class in fairness. And tell me, how long do you have this?
I have it a week last Wednesday.
I was wondering why it hasn't been seen.
No, it hasn't been seen.
That's why everyone's over here.
Everybody's over here, and people haven't seen them. In reality, I did a bit of research. They sold 370,000 of those vans in there, from the start of production to the end of production. But because in Ireland most of them were vans only, they were obviously hacked and battered and so on and so forth, so they didn't survive. But in the UK there was lots of camper vans and people minded them. That van, when it was bought new, it cost £815 sterling to buy that van brand new. And the guy that had it, one owner for 57 years, it's all documented and there's stickers on the side of it. He used to drive to an airport in Kent, himself, his wife and 2 young kids, drive onto the back of a plane and fly. An hour later he'd be in France. So the van has been to Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Normandy. It's a camper van that was used as a camper van. It wasn't just a showpiece, so it's well used.
So one owner, you said, in
57 years. And then a lovely lady in Seaford by the name of Ginny Nash, she was a friend of the family and she bought it. But she was only averaging 200 miles a year, and she said it was an injustice to the van. It just came up on a page on Facebook that I've liked, a Bedford CA page, and straight away I contacted her and we just hit it off. She was a lovely woman. I flew over, she met me. I had to get the train to Cork, the flight to Gatwick, and then the train down to Eastbourne. It was like planes, trains and automobiles. And she met me in a small smart car. And she's big into the vintage scene herself, but she, like I say, she's cutting down. She was paying £110 a month to have the van stored in a heated barn, and she told me that the car next to it was worth $250,000 within this barn. So she said, for what it was costing her, that she couldn't justify keeping it, but she didn't want it to be bought and sold, and she knew I was the kind of person that wanted to keep it for myself as well. So, but it's everywhere we go. There's people jumping out in towns, blocking me and stopping me, just for the purpose of taking photographs of the van,
Well, you are obviously only using it for vintage purposes.
That's all, just for vintage.
And how was she when you were driving out the gate with it? Was there tears?
There was.
Yeah.
And she kind of said to me that she was glad that the van was going to Ireland, that at least she wouldn't be seeing it. Having said that, she said, make sure and send me on loads of pictures now and everything like that. So she did miss it. And 2 or 3 nights before it, there was a big discussion with herself and her husband, and he was saying, you don't have to sell it. And, but I know, but it's going to rot if I don't sell it, and that's not fair on the van. So.
Yeah, well, I think she knew it was going to good hands.
Yes, it is. I definitely look after it, so. But the guy that had it, he was so meticulous. He was a mechanic, and he actually was the mechanic that used to service Bergerac's Jaguar car on the film set. Nobody could get it running right. It was always misfiring and backfiring and spitting. And someone brought him down, recommended him, and within 2 hours the car was running like a sewing machine. So much so that he got a job with the film set, and he was sourcing cars for the likes of Heartbeat and the Royal, and for Bergerac, and repairing whatever cars that they had and maintaining their cars. So there's loads of history with it, like, you know. But he was so meticulous himself that he would go under it and paint the chassis every year with burnt oil, you know, before he'd bring it out on the road, like, you know.
Isn't it a great story?
And it never saw a winter because it was always put into storage in September and taken out again in April. That's why it's in such good condition.
But like, I've never heard of these. I've never come across one of these. I've never seen it. But isn't it amazing? You know how your father teach you how to drive one of these, and how it just came across your path.
The full set,
isn't it?
And now the one I learned to drive in was just a van, but funnily enough, coincidentally, it was the exact same colour as that one. Yeah. So it just grabbed my attention straight away, like, you know.
It was meant to be, wasn't it?
And my sister Marie, who was there, my older sister, she learned how to drive as well. It's a 3-speed column change gearbox, you know, so it's up in the stalk, like where the indicator should be. That's where the
I better sit in and have a look at it before we move on.
Do indeed.
It has grease lightning vibes, doesn't it?
It does. It sure does. Grease lightning indeed. And you know, it's I like a lot of the old stuff. I think it's lovely, right? Okay, and everyone's saying to me, oh, you know, it's so nicer than a Volkswagen. I suppose we've seen all the Volkswagens. We've seen the split screen. We've seen the Samba ones. You know, we've seen all the T4s, the T5s, right up to the T6s and the T7s. But it's just different because you don't see these on the road around here anymore. But that's what makes it unique, like, you know.
No, it's stunning. Well, come here. You're the John Travolta and Sandy here of Tralee this morning. So I better let you go because I think this run is about to take off. But thank you so much. Lovely to talk with you.
So much, and you too.
And keep an eye out on Out and About TV and YouTube, and we'll be sharing this. It's fabulous. And thanks for joining us.
Out and About TV, #1.
is Pat Moriarty. Pat, how are you getting on?
I'm very good, thank you, and it's lovely to be here today. Pity it rained a little bit, but it's a brilliant... I come here every year. The crew who run it are absolutely brilliant. Mm-hmm. And, you know... But
they're a lovely bunch, they're a sound bunch, aren't they?
They're a very sound bunch, and donate their profits to very good organisations, which I like to do as well, you know.
Yeah. And they're delighted with the turnout here this morning. And you have a car here yourself?
I have a 1967 NSU Prince 4L. Now, a lot of people might not remember. You're too young to remember it.
No, I was looking at it over there. It's stunning, and you have it really well kept. It's gorgeous.
It's a nice car, yeah. 1967 NSU. The NSU sign, it means the cars were built in Neckarsulm, Germany. And the S stands, that's the N. The S stands for Strich machine, which is a knitting machine, which they produced as well. And the letter U then is the same U as our union. So it's Neckarsulm Strich Machine Union.
And how long do you have it?
I have it now, I think I have it about 10 years. But when I was younger, my uncle Paddy Callan, who was the Ross Talton man, had a garage in Killorton, and I bought a new one off him. And the price of it was £588. I didn't have £588 in 1967, so I went back to him and we were talking. He gave me £100 off, and I told the hire purchase company I had paid that £100 down, and away I drove. And when I came home, my mother came out. I thought she'd be delighted. She wasn't.
She wasn't a happy woman.
Cheek of you to buy something you hadn't the price of.
But you have it today.
It's a different car, but it's the same model and it's the same thing, and it takes me back in years.
Yeah, and that's it. They carry memories with them, don't they?
They do. They definitely do. Yeah, they do. They were lovely cars. This car now is only 2-cylinder, 598cc, which gives it about 6 horsepower. Some of the motorbikes today have bigger engines than that, but it's a lovely machine, and they were always lovely, and I like them all the time.
So you'll be a proud man heading off on this Ballymac Vintage run this morning?
I will be delighted, of course, and it's a pity, as I say, it's a pity it's rainy, but that won't make any difference.
No, and you know what? Stunning scenery and stunning route is always down here in Kerry.
Always lovely. Sure, you can't beat Kerry. Yeah. You can't beat Kerry.
And how's your brother getting on? I was in Nashville a few times with Mike. Great crack we had.
He's all right. He was the baby of the family.
Yeah, is he behaving himself?
I don't know. Well, he is, yeah. But I must tell you a good one about him. I lived in Germany for a number of years, and I was coming home on holidays, and he had bought his first car. And I bought a set of air horns. Do you remember the air horns that played the tune? Na 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 na. So I had 2 suitcases, put the compressor in one, put the bugles in another. Came up to the customs officer in Shannon Airport. He said, "Would you mind opening the case?" I said, "Of course, I don't mind." And he stepped back. He said, "What's that?" I said, "It's a compressor for a set of air horns." A set of air horns. And the people behind were staring. They were craning their necks. But, yeah. And I said, "Yeah." I said, my brother bought his first car. I'm taking him home a present. "Where's the rest of it?" I said, "It's in the other case." So he said, "Open the case." And he looked at me and he said, "You know you're not allowed to bring stuff like that through customs." Well, I said I didn't think there was any problem. I said, because it's harmless, and he was the baby of the family. He said, "Close up the cases and go away." Let me go.
It was the Kerry way, I'd say, was it?
It was, of course, the Kerry way, yeah.
And Dermot is still going strong on the radio?
He is. He does his radio programmes, and of course he was with showbands down through the years. He was, yeah. We grew up in a household where there was always singing. My mother was singing, my grandparents were singing, and of course my neighbour then was a lady called Cathy O'Donoghue. She married our neighbour Jack O'Donoghue, and she herself was from a very famous family in Guinevere, and she was encouraging us to sing the whole time. She was delighted with us.
So you sing yourself?
I do a little bit of... I used to do pubs. I stopped, and now I go to nursing homes. I do Killarney, Tralee, Milltown, Killorglin.
Good for you. And, that's great. They love it. They absolutely love it.
Well, sometimes it's lovely. you know, the old ballads that I sing, sometimes you would see a resident that would be non-responsive and all of a sudden they'd light up when they'd recognise the old song. And that means a lot to me as well.
Yeah, and that's a credit to you. Fair play to you. And tell me, I'll just have a quick word. Do you enjoy these vintage runs yourself?
I do indeed. I love the cars as well, because our age, I suppose, is great to look back and see the cars that was there when we were young. Yeah,
It's the memories, isn't it? They live on.
They do indeed. They do.
And the difference between cars nowadays and these, like it's lovely even for me to come and see these, like it's lovely. It's really nice.
They're safe. They were safe cars in their day. Like.
And did you win a little prize?
Yeah, he won the prize and he picked out something for me.
Well done. Well, there you go. Now you little. I like the way he said nothing. He just looked at me.
I hope nobody sees me with a lady's present.
Now, before I leave Pat, it would be very rude to leave you without asking you to give us a little song. Will you give us a little chorus or something?
Don't feel bad about it. You're not the first woman to give me the bullet.
So this is a song you wrote yourself?
I lived in Germany for a number of years, and of course anybody will tell you there's no place really like home. And I grew up inside near Killarney, and one evening I missed my mother and my family and my friends and my town, and I wrote this song. I hope you like it. If you ever go to Ireland and you're going to the south, there is a town that I know well, I'll tell you all about. I was forced to leave my native town, but I love it just the same. In the county Kerry it is found, and Killarney is its name. You can view Killarney's lake so grand, you can see Targ waterfall. We've Muckross House and gardens there, the nicest place of all. Rosscastle towers up to the sky, you can see the Flescan Lown. And it breaks my heart to be so far from my own Killarney town. How often in the days gone by I would sit and drink my fill. In Jacksy's or in Sweeney's with the lads I'd sit and sing. But now the good times are all gone and I can no longer stay. Farewell to Morris and to John, I must be on my way. You can view Killarney's lake so grand, you can see Targ waterfall. We've Muckross House and gardens there, the nicest place of all. Rosscastle towers up to the sky, you can see the Flescan Lown. And it breaks my heart to be so far from my own Killarney town. The reason that I had to go, I now will tell to you. I voted for the wrong TD, my parents did that too. But maybe someday I'll go back to my family and home. I can work and earn a decent wage, no more I'll have to roam. You can view Killarney's lake so grand, you can see Targ waterfall. We've Muckross House and gardens there, the nicest place of all. Rosscastle towers up to the sky, you can see the Flescan Lown. And I know that someday I'll go back to my own Killarney town. I know that someday I'll return to my own Killarney town.
Pat, I can't say how beautiful that is. Fair play to you. Well done. Pleasure to meet you here this morning. Absolutely. And thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a wet one here this morning in Ballymac, Eilish, but you know what? There's great form, there's great turnout of cars, and they're about to take off on their route now. Thanks for having us here this morning at the Ballymac Vintage Run, and we wish you the best of luck and enjoy the rest of your day.